And I'm also the mother of a beautiful 9-year-old girl named Lucy who has Asperger's syndrome, just like her 2-year-old dad. Yes, they are completely normal people if you get past the fact that they know everything that ever happened in Star Trek. And they know where each Jacob's tube is, should the Klingons war. Lucy is just a little Aspie apple that fell from her Aspie dad tree. And she's as sweet as can be, she's as smart as can be. She's been reading since she was 1, self-taught. She was called hyperlexic. And she's goofy, and she's weird, and she struggles. And I, being a cat-loving mom, when it was time to tell her she had this awesome thing called Asperger's that isn't all bad, we got her a book called All Cats Have Asperger's. Just like Lucy, they don't want to be squeezed, they don't want to make eye contact, they don't like loud noises, they don't like sudden movements. It made sense. We had 4 cats. She related to them, and we thought our job was done. And the thing is, when you get told your child had Asperger's, in our case it was no surprise, it was no shock, and it wasn't like the worst thing that ever happened to us because we knew that this is a livable thing. We started searching for things to help. You know, my husband with Asperger's, they didn't really have a name for it when he was growing up. He was just the little kid that nobody's parents would let them come over anymore because he destroyed their house and took everything apart and was crazy. But now we have more information, we're better educated, and I started looking for things for Lucy to do. I started looking for therapies. Of course, the first thing I think all Asperger parents put their kids in is speech therapy and physical therapy because they're kind of all over the place, and they're loud, and they don't make eye contact, and they don't know how to answer who, what, when, where, why questions, and they can't make friends easily, and sometimes loud noises just come out of nowhere. And that was going okay. We got some responses from Lucy on that, and most of the responses were, I hate it, it's hard, it's boring, I don't want to go, because I don't need to go there anymore. And so, you know, we let her do as much as she can do, and, you know, we fight with the insurance companies to pay for it, and we hope it makes some sort of lasting difference, and maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Maybe she just grew out of it, you don't know. And then, I don't even remember how I found Austin Dog Alliance. But when I found it, it was like, holy crap, this is right next to my house. You don't, not every town or city has one of these. They should, but they don't. I mean, 1 in, I think, 120 kids has some form of autism spectrum. And yet nobody knows what it is. When I tell other parents, Lucy has Asperger's, they're like, oh crap, is that catching? No. She's just going to talk a lot about Little's Pet Shops for about 2 hours. You don't mind. She's normal. She's super smart, but people immediately think mentally retarded, mentally challenged. She isn't going to understand anything. She understands everything but sarcasm, pretty much. It's harder, I think, for her because she's a girl. Most kiddos with Asperger's are boys, probably about 75% are. Finding a girl with Asperger's is kind of our holy grail whenever we go to social events, because boys have goodies. And she's just a normal kid who wants to have fun, and we find this place. And, you know, my daughter, when her friends go to hug her, because Aspies don't like to be touched a lot, she stiffens up and goes back like this when they hug her. And they keep doing it, and I don't know why. And I asked her, Lucy, what does it feel like when someone gives you a hug? She's like, it feels like I'm inside a prickle bush, and I can't get out. And I'm like, okay, I won't hug you anymore, sweetie. She just doesn't like the touching. And we bring her here, first for just a regular kiddo camp. It wasn't the Aspie camp, it was a regular camp. She had fun, there were lots of girls there. Great. Then in the fall, she wasn't quite old enough for the Asperger camp, but we kind of snuck her in anyway. She was about to turn the right age, and we get in. And one of the first lessons they had was on how to groom dogs. And my daughter came home, and she tickled me, and she sat on my lap, and she grabbed a brush, and she started brushing my hair. She doesn't do that. That's the first time my daughter's really touched me on purpose. And, you know, a lot of parents, they worry when their kids grow up and then move out that they'll lose that connection with their child. But a parent of an autistic child fears that they'll ever have that connection with their child. But in that moment, she's brushing my hair, and I'm just like crying, it won't stop. I'm so thank God for this group who understands her, and I can sit in this beautiful lobby and talk to other Aspie parents who understand the bad teacher reports that tell you everything that's wrong but offer no solution because there is none. And they understand that we're late because we had to finish doing this thing or she would not have understood and would not have let it go when we would have heard about it. And this child has woken me up at 3 o'clock in the morning saying, we forgot to go to the library. They know what they're supposed to be doing, and if you don't do it, they'll let you know. But this place has done so many wonderful things for my daughter, and despite the fact I am the craziest of cat lovers, we have adopted a dog. A stupid, smelly dog. She's smart as she wants to be. And we've trained her here, and now my daughter has somebody that, even though nobody wants to play with her on the playground some days, that dog jumps in the car to go pick her up every day. She knows exactly what we're doing. And she gets in the car, and when my daughter gets in, the dog jumps all over her and loves her, and my daughter giggles. Who doesn't giggle? She giggles when that dog licks her ears. And my daughter makes eye contact because it's not judgmental people eyes. It is soft, brown eyes that just want some attention and maybe a cookie. And she's happy, and the first time we put her in the backseat, she said, Mom, I feel like I'm a celebrity and my dog is a pop star. We're like, yeah, I feel like you're a limo driver sometimes. But it's given our family so much joy in the fact that Austin Dog Alliance rescues these surplus dogs, gives them to foster homes to make them super adoptable and lovable, trains them to be therapy dogs, provides so many services to children who need to learn to read, and stressed out people, and rehabbing people and nursing home people, and takes little children, little girls like my Lucy, and gives them something like confidence, teach them how to train a dog. My daughter comes, she's like, I can train dogs. I can train that dog. I'm the best dog trainer. I'm like, okay, let's teach her something. So, I mean, she's gotten so much joy, so much confidence out of the programs here. And like I said, this program doesn't exist in other places, and it should, but it doesn't. And the fact that I have it in my backyard makes me extremely blessed. It's someplace that I don't have to make her go. She's happy to go. She gets a snack and she gets to be around other weird kids like her. She's happy. So I just hope that knowing that these places don't exist and more needs to be done to raise awareness, that tonight you'll be extra generous. I think about sweet little girls that hug like this but get licked with giggles and happy smiles from dogs.